Hello, I'm here with Marshall in Zambia, and he's interviewing me.
Yeah, and today we're turning things around. Instead of
Right,
her interviewing me, I'm interviewing her.
right.
Yeah, so
So,
we can pick it from where you left it off.
yeah,
Left off. Explain to us how you started and how you came up with this topic.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was telling Marshall how I'm thinking about changing the name of the channel from Deeply Connecting to Pockets of Heaven,
Yeah.
and then how it all started in the first place. So, a while ago, I was reading this book called The One Thing, and it has you ask the question. I was trying to figure out what to do with my life. Has you ask the question, what's the one thing that I can do that would mean the most to me and the world, such that by doing it, everything else would become easier and necessary? And so I was thinking, seek first the kingdom of, the verse came to mind, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. So I jotted down everything that I associate with the kingdom of God. And what bubbled to the surface as most important was deeply connecting with God and deeply connecting with others, as like that really makes heaven is the connections that we have. I mean, everything else, like there'll be perfect health, no death, like all those things, which are really great and important. But without the deeply like connecting, it's like you can have all that and still it's not life, you know. And so that's how I like came up with the name of the channel in the first place, Deeply Connecting. But then Jesus, when he was here, the gospel that he talks about as the gospel is that the kingdom of God is at hand. And so, like, and then all throughout the scriptures, I believe that God is wanting us to create pockets of heaven on earth. Okay. And he tells us how to do that. He tells us, like, how he designed us to live and what he says to do and not do. And so he gives us instructions on how to create heaven on earth. And when we don't do that, we create hell on earth. And unfortunately, we're really good at creating hell on earth.
Yeah, like going astray. Okay, so you want to switch from deeply connection into pockets of heaven. And so what do you expect to see on this new name that you've come up with? What content do we expect to see?
I think I'm already rather than just talking about the connection element of the kingdom, I think I'm already talking a lot about other aspects of the kingdom of God. And so it seems like from the content that I'm already putting out there, it seems like the name Pockets of Heaven fits better. But I think that in order to have a space where you can deeply connect, you already need certain parameters in place. Like if there's a lot of wickedness within your community, like you need to get rid of that first before you can even connect with people. And
okay, so it's like once we deeply connect, and then it blossoms into pockets of heaven. Like it's like the main thing. Then all this falls under this connection with God, because it makes me think of that deep relationship. Deep relationship, and out of that deep relationship, there are a lot of things, a lot of aspect that you will be covering, I believe.
It's like deeply connecting with God has got to be the foundation of it. And then I think from that we put a lot of things that where what he tells us to do and how to live, and then as we're talking with him and listening to him, he'll tell us like specifically what to do and how to live. And then as we implement that, we can actually connect with other people. And so so it's kind of like a sandwich, I guess. Deeply connecting with God, implement all these things of like how to actually live and treat each other, which allows us to deeply connect with other people.
Then we go to pockets of heaven.
Right. And then you got a pocket of heaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Sounds great.
Oh, thank you.
I'm expectant. Right now, from here, I just have to be one of your subscribers, followers, and just listen to every content that you've posted before.
Oh,
do you really do you really have a specific number of the contents that you've posted before? Like, do you have
how many have I already posted? Yeah, I think I've posted about 230 videos.
Wow.
But most of them are like, some of them are 1 minute, some of them are 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not that long.
Oh, I need to watch all of them. Because before it changes into pockets of heaven, I need to be deeply connected with what you've posted. And I just have followed them all. Then yeah, so I catch up. Yeah,
Thanks.
it was nice talking to you.
Oh, thank
It
you.
was
Nice
amazing.
talking with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll interview you next.